late recording, but here we go. Today we're going to start off with our giveaways, and we're going to start with our small giveaways here. Today we have number 60, and that's going to be 1JMSW. Congratulations, I'll transfer that to you soon. Followed by number 6. That's funny, 60 and 6 today. Interesting random numbers. That is still 1JMSW. Check that. We'll just get a third just in case, make sure it's hitting correctly. $1524KMV. All right, and we'll make sure everything is sent to you right away. That scared me. I need to double check and make sure those were different addresses to make sure they get their Bitcoin. Now, aside from that, let us look at our giveaway for the YouTube comments. Remember to be entered into this YouTube comments on my Friday video on YouTube. I got it? All right. Unfortunately, there's no random comment checker that I found for DLive. Maybe I'll find some other way to do it. But this is much easier, and let us go for it. So I've already selected my video from 2 Fridays ago. We'll prick. And it's going to be KPX Rider SWAT. Congratulations. I will transfer the $10 to you right away. Now, let's check in on my freebitco account real quick here. Cool, so here we are. Again, we have our bonus. Once again, still the best faucet ever. Again, one of the best investment tools for free Bitcoin that are underway right now. They just restarted their contest. I think it was a big hit. I think the last person I saw bet over 100 Bitcoin in total, which is insane. That is very close to either, $750,000, which is pretty cool. As you can see, I have my bonus. I'm going strong. We are above 10% of a Bitcoin. Congratulations! Wow! And so now I'm going to be guaranteed 1,100 or so Satoshi a day and rising. I wanted to thank all of you who are in my referrals. Again, I'm paying it back to you. I'm giving you 10% and the giveaways in addition. So that'll make up for some people who may give you a higher percentage. We have 66 referrals now. I want to thank you guys again, and it is starting to add up fast. Again, the more I make, the more I'm going to give back to the community. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it so the big pie raises all boats, that sort of thing. So very excited about that. I found out some interesting news about freebitco recently. Their actual their main spokesperson said that their rebranding, where they're going to include more of the coins, should be implemented around the end of the year. So it's going to be more than just Bitcoin. If I were to guess, it's going to be a fusion of their Bitcoin, Doge, and possibly Ethereum and some other large coins, or whichever coins they feel like doing. Either way, if you have some spare coins in those, you may have investment opportunities coming in the future, and it's very exciting. In addition to what they already have, the lottery, the rewards. Again, I will ship them all day. It's amazing. But getting to the main point today, we're going to actually talk about security. So security in Bitcoin is paramount and very important, and cannot be overlooked ever when dealing with this volatile kind of currency at all. So essentially, we're going to talk about some of the good habits. So good habits when it comes to Bitcoin include things like never, ever, ever, unless you're actively trading, keeping your Bitcoin on a live exchange of any kind, whether it be Coinbase, whether it be Binance, whether it be anything. Unless you're actively trading or transacting or doing something, you want to make sure that all of your coin is not in it at all, unless for some reason that's your only option. Continuing on, it is a little bit better to have some coin on your computer behind a firewall. You want to have your firewall, otherwise you're going to have problems with people constantly trying to find it. There are stories back in 2013, actually, of people getting hacked for their Bitcoin, where they had it in some RAID hard drive somewhere, and they would check, and then their Bitcoin was gone. It was just gone one day, and that's it, because they weren't properly protecting their Bitcoin. Other things you want to consider is that a lot of the ways people get their Bitcoin stolen are man-in-the-middle attacks, where someone is watching you do something, or interjecting at just the right time in such a way that's very subtle that you may not notice. So some things you want to do are um, always copy and paste any address that you have. Many good and trusted websites, Coinbase and the other ones, will allow you to copy it so that you can paste it into your address bar. That way you're not actually typing it out. If you type it out, you have the issue of someone keylogging you. Or worse yet, someone can actually try and replace the address with one of their own personal addresses. So people will actually send that coin to other places. Another thing you might want to consider is that if you are transferring Bitcoin, let's say you have $1,000 of Bitcoin, you really don't want to go that high in the amount of Bitcoin you're transacting. People actively watch wallets. They actively sit there and go, oh, that guy transferred $300 million. There was actually a story about that the other day. People notice these things. Even in some of the scams that we saw earlier, they will see the large amount of whatever coin it is, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, transfer to one wallet and then transfer to 17 other wallets or something around the world. And then from there it gets transferred again or tumbled or something happens and it just disappears into the ether. You want to do everything you can to keep everything in your possession. Remember that you have your public key and you have your private key, and you want to do your best to never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, give away your private key. Your private key is literally the access to the current amount of whatever coin you have. And we'll continue on that dialogue in a moment. Other ways to prevent your coin from being stolen include getting it off your computer. So how do you get it off your computer? Well, again, having your coin in an online wallet is fairly dangerous as well, unless you know what they're doing for their security regimen. Again, I trust freebitco because only 5% of their entire coin is in a hot wallet, and the rest is in a cold wallet. And that's what we're going to talk about next. So there are several types of cold wallets that you can do. Some are very simple, some are straightforward, and some are not so straightforward. My cold wallet is a KeepKey. And keys are very good. They have really good security features. It's kind of fun to use. There are other hardware wallets too, like Trezor, and a few others that are trusted. Other wallets include paper wallets, and paper wallets involve, I believe, putting your private key on a paper, like a barcode, like a QR code, or that sort of thing. And then what you do is you delete your actual wallet on your computer. And then if you ever want to access that coin again, then you have some wallet basically essentially bring it back to life via the private keys in the paper wallet is what you're doing. Another one that's very, very interesting, this is more for the people who are into sci-fi and theories and that sort of thing, conspiracy theories, are brain wallets. So some people think that some criminals or some people who've been involved in some of the scandals in Bitcoin, they just memorize the private keys and then delete everything, because the only way they're going to tear it out of you is if they torture you. So there are those systems as well. Security is paramount with Bitcoin. It's very easy to just screw up and just, oops, it's gone. With scams like BitConnect and other things like that, even they have really good security. They wouldn't have gotten off the ground if they were, chumps and just having haphazard security. Two-factor authentication is very important. Many of the trusted sites will have second-factor authentication, whether it be Google Authenticator or whatever third-party app you like to use. Using your phone as text, using your email, things like that to double check. Many exchanges, many sites will have that sort of thing as another added layer of protection. So just reviewing, just remember, double check your address just in case someone did change it under your nose to another address. Make sure that you're copy pasting so people don't keylog you. Use a cold storage wallet of some of the types that we talked about. Keep it off of exchanges and try to keep it off of your computer. And for the most part, that is doing your due diligence, and don't give away your private keys. So it's been fun. It's been great. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and I'll keep doing the giveaways. Please like, subscribe, do everything you can. Again, you help me out, I help you guys out, and there should be some exciting things coming up in the future. Have a good one.